Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I am your average guy, John Corelli. A little flame adjustment here. There we go. Going to do the month in review, and I think all of you who know me and that watch this know that my August was a self-proclaimed very difficult month. I knew it would be difficult going in. It was indeed difficult the whole time. It will be difficult, or it was difficult going out. We're in September now. Today is September 1st. And my goal for the month of September is not to talk about the things, especially my father, that made my life difficult in August. But I do want to review the month. First of all, it did go roughly. My father has those issues that I spoke about all month. He is now in assisted living. That is paid for through September, so that's good. Obviously, he will be relying on me a lot since my stepmother left for New York on the same day that he went into assisted living, which was just a couple days ago. Um, let's here we go. So we're going to move forward with my father probably living the last chapter of his life at this assisted living facility. Sorry, my eye is bothering me. But here we are. So I'll just do my best to make things comfortable for him as he moves through this last chapter of his life. Um, Obviously, I got back into school too. I started on the 9th. I took a day off. I will be taking a couple other days off in about a week at the end of next week. September 9th and 10th, I have a gig, a Thursday night gig in an Italian restaurant in Grand Junction, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm also looking forward to visiting my good friend Josh and his mother Sally, and so that'll be fun. But to review, and this is kind of a bummer, I will be doing my last show at the Mercury on September 4th, this Saturday. Just can't do it anymore. Between my father and being a single dad and working a challenging job and not putting butts in seats, that really falls to me. I mean, I can blame other forces at work here, but I just haven't sold enough tickets to warrant continuing to do this show. I also feel like the Mercury is often not very conducive to comedy, so not their fault. Somewhat mine, but not everything just fell into place the way it did. I'm proud of the shows I put together. I'm proud of the excuse me, I'm an itchy boy. Proud of the money I made for certain charitable organizations. I had a lot of fun along the way. I love comedy. I love doing it. I love watching it. So it was a good experience. It was off and on for 3 years. I did an open mic for a while on a bunch of showcases. But the time has come for me to take a break from doing it. It's demanding. It doesn't sound like a lot to host a weekly show, but it really is. To pay for it, to host it, to book it, to advertise for it, to sell tickets. It takes a lot, and I'm just done. I'm done for now. I have a goal of maybe around the beginning of the year, looking at another mic situation, whether it's an open mic or a showcase, a little closer to home. It wasn't a bad drive, honestly. It took 15, maybe 20 minutes to get to the Mercury from where I am now, but I'd love to be there in 5 or 10. And there are a lot of places in Wheat Ridge, Lakewood, Edgewater who could probably do a decent mic. We have a lot of people moving out here. As you know, it's Colorado. I mean, it's just on fire right now, and it shouldn't be that hard to find a place that wants maybe to do comedy once a week or once a month even. So that's another part of the month in review, is that I'm finishing up comedy for a little while. I got another show that I get to do with some really great talent on October 2nd at Lone Tree Brewing Company. I'm really looking forward to that. I'll probably be opening the show because I can bring a good 10, 20, 30 minutes if I need to, but I'll probably only be in the 10 to 15 range because all the other people that I'm working with are absolute stellar people. But that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to being part of that show. I went and watched a show there once, and the crowd was killer. Just so much fun. So that's what's going on in the comedy world, the dad world, and work. Work, as I figured, would get interesting. Just today, we started the mask mandate for everybody. So finally, some common sense was employed by my school district. As I've mentioned in past videos, we went from K through 6 to K through 8 just last week. In fact, I think maybe even Friday, and then I was like, hey, well, let's just do it, right? Let's just do it all the way through. And now we're K through 12, and everybody, all staff, is mandated to wear masks. I still have people that I work with that are being pretty silly about it, and there was actually, I heard there was going to be a mask walkout. People that don't want to wear masks to work, we're going to do a walkout. You know, as much as I think we need to employ common sense, which includes getting vaccinated and wearing masks and trying to uh, defeat the new variant on this virus, I also am a realist, and once I go outside school grounds, it feels like virtually nobody is wearing a mask, whether it's at the dollar store, or at the grocery store, or wherever, at a bar, at the Mercury last week, for example. Almost nobody's wearing them, and I think people are just sick of it, which I understand. But I also say my view is, well, maybe you should have taken care of this in the first place. If you would have taken it seriously, not gone and stormed places like the steps of the Michigan Capitol building because you were asked to be responsible towards your fellow human beings and maybe try not to spread this disease. Maybe we wouldn't be here right now. If you cared so much about the economy, maybe you would have tried to preserve the people, including yourself, that support the economy. So, yeah, there's a few things I wanted to cover. What else happened in the month of August? I just felt gobbled up by the time with my dad. It really kicked me in the ass. Um, yeah, and my stepmother sent me a text yesterday saying, pretty much obvious stuff, which almost annoyed me, to be honest, where she said, well, you're all he's got now. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty aware of that, and you need to be more patient with him. And I felt like saying, like, your patience didn't run out, and you're not going to Western New York now. And I think you guys are still married, so that's weird. But here I am, and I'm going to be a loyal son, even though he hasn't. I don't want to say only negative things about my father, but it hasn't been great. And like I said, I've gone over that a lot. And like I also say, my goal is to go through September without talking about my dad or school or comedy, and that's going to be difficult. I will come back, at least start off on my next video will be about Afghanistan. It will be a very average guy opinion about it. I think I know more than the average person does about that part of the world because of my history and political science education, but I also probably know a lot less than a lot of people do. So I am looking forward to giving my 2 cents worth on what's going on now and what I've observed from probably, I'd say, 1980 on. What was happening there, some of the results of what happened there, and and I've also read a very good book about a man that lived there and is now an American, or yeah, he's an American citizen now. He's around my age, so I found that interesting. But that'll go in the next. I don't want to just do previews and reviews. That gets boring. So I say my goal for the next 30 episodes is to find something, whether it's in the news, probably be in the news is probably the best way to trigger these things, and work on them, and try to give at least a somewhat educated or somewhat differing point of view, or I don't know if it's going to be any of that stuff, but I will try to do something different because I know I feel bad for you guys that watch, that see this over and over and over. I was going to bitch about his dad again. Oh, now some comedy stuff. Oh, let's talk about school. So I will try to be better this next month. Birthday's coming up. I'm going to turn 54 on the 25th. Don't really have a lot of feeling. 54 is not a special birthday. I still do have fun on my birthday because I'm basically a child at heart. My younger brother Sean, his birthday is this weekend, and Saturday we'll do some stuff. Yeah, I just don't have too much to talk. Oh, month in review. Oh, I forgot two very important people. My kids, Logan. Obviously, he is still working at Lakeside until they call it off. He's working on Fridays and Saturday nights. I'm very proud of Logan for doing what Logan does at Lakeside. And I'm also trying to work on not calling Logan he. It's really difficult. So that's something I'm working on. And then Dante, my 23-year-old son with autism, has just gotten done working his first 2 days at Lucky Bird, which I mentioned before in the last few videos as well, I believe. Once in a while I've talked about it, and he's doing great. They love him there. He's making $13 an hour, which is pretty respectable. And he preps food, and like I say, they already love him because he's awesome. All right, you guys, that wasn't the best video, but hopefully they'll get better. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for checking it out. Bye.